Hello, vinyl community. I'm Gary, and this is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. So I'm just hopping on a vinyl community thread that was started by my good friend Mutha, Alamare, and he was asking, show us, tell us some of your super grails. So we all have these grails that we're out there trying to find, a lot of times out in the wild, or whatever, different records that are maybe hard to find. And then we have some that are really hard to find or are really expensive. So we don't have them yet, but we would really like to have them. So I just decided to go ahead and name a few. A couple of these I had named before in a similar thread like this, and a few of them that I'd named before, and that one I actually own now. So who knows, maybe down the line here I'll get some of these. First off is Bloodletting from Concrete Blonde. I've never seen this. I know it's on vinyl, but I've never seen it, and anytime I have, it's only been online, and it's been like really expensive. So that, hopefully I'll find that at some point. Another, I have two by the same artist. So I've got Brutal Planet by Alice Cooper and Along Came a Spider. And as you can see, the CD cases are all beat to hell, but that's because they've been in the car and this and that, and in my son's car and all that kind of crap. But I love both these albums. This is a really heavy one, and this one is a nightmarish kind of, music-wise, a throwback album in a way, but it's got some heavy moments too. And I just love both of these Alice Cooper records, and well, they're on CD. I'd love to see them on album. I've never seen them, so that would be something great. By the way, that's part of the thread is, you know, show them if you have them in some other format, but you would like them on vinyl, okay? And then here's one I really want to try to find, and the only time I've ever seen this is online, and it's really expensive, and there's no way I am paying that for it. But that is Stiletto by Lita Ford. This is from the later 80s, and I really like this album, and I would really love to have this, a nice copy on vinyl on this one, see what it sounds like there. At some point, I keep thinking they're going to reissue this, surely, but they haven't yet, so don't know what the holdup is. And then my final one would be this right here behind me. And you're saying, well, it looks like Led Zeppelin 2, and Gary, it looks like you already have the vinyl. But what I would like is the Robert Ludwig Hot Mix. When this album originally came out, Led Zeppelin had Robert Ludwig remix it or mix the album, whatever, and they were really happy with the sound of it. They thought it had a good live sound. You know, everything was popping, really great production. It was the way they wanted it to sound, but unfortunately, Atlantic went back and had somebody else remix it. And those Robert Ludwig ones are still out there, but they're really hard to find because, like, when it first came out, Robert Ludwig, that mastered version, if you would play it on like a real cheap record player, like those little ones that have the speakers built into them. I mean, my record player's not fancy, but it's nothing like that. But you know what I'm talking about. It's just all one unit. It would skip like crazy, I guess. So that's why they went back and remastered it with somebody else, and it's never equaled that sound. So that would be my number one super grail, would be the Bob Ludwig Hot Mix of Led Zeppelin 2. So anyway, that's my picks for super grails. Really curious what some of your guys is out there. And also, if you haven't checked out Mutha, Alamare, please go out and check his channel. He's a great guy and a very good friend of mine. Check me on Twitter and Facebook. I'm Gary. This is Physical Format Rock and Roll. Until the next time, my friends, I will see you down the road.